didn't know how to give birth to these babies because I was determined to give birth to them. So I spoke to my trainer again and said, look, I'm pregnant and I need to give birth to these babies. Can you help me? And he said to me, okay, what is it? What are you pregnant with? What dreams have you got inside of you? And I said to him, I've always had a dream to run my own business, but I just don't know how to go about it. I'm scared, I'm terrified. I think about things like, what if I fail? What will my friends say? What will my family members say? You know, people might laugh at me. I spoke to my friends, they told me, you're mad, you're crazy. You know, yes, fair enough, you got good at set. Just stay there. You found something, just stay there, you should be happy. Don't be too ambitious, you know, that's for somebody else. I spoke to some family members, definitely not. You haven't got what it takes to become a successful businessman or to start a business. So guess what happened? I was paralyzed with fear. So I said to myself, you know what? They might just have a point because I've never ran a business in my life. So what makes me think that I could actually succeed at running a business? What proof do I have that I will make it happen? Nothing. Nothing at all. So I just put that to one side. Carried on my daily job, you know, going out there selling, doing well, making money from selling, you know, no problem at all, but I just wasn't happy. And I asked myself a question. Why am I not happy? It was then that I realized these babies, I've got no choice, I've got to do something about them because they're kicking. They're really kicking me. They give them the kicks. Every single day I go out there, I get the kicks. So eventually, I decided I had to do something about it. So I made my mind I was going to quit my job and just go for my dreams. So I remember walking towards my managing director's door, about to knock on the door, and the fear just came back. Don't be stupid. What if you fail? What would your mom think? What would your dad think? I thought, that's true. I stepped back again, went back to work, carried on as normal, but still wasn't happy. And then I spoke to my mentor. I said, look, help me. What can I do? They said, what is the problem? I said, I want to start my own business, but I'm just scared. I'm terrified. They said, then do it. I said, but it's not that easy. You know, I get people telling me you can't do it. It's too much of a risk, blah, blah, blah. And he said to me, look, Shay, what on earth are you doing asking people who've never started their own business how to go about starting your own business? That's madness. And I thought about it. I thought, do you know what? You're actually right. He said, I want to share something with you which I want you to remember because it will help you a lot. I said, what's that? He said, when you buy someone's opinion, you've got to be prepared to buy their lifestyle. I'll repeat that. He said, when you buy someone's opinion, you've got to be prepared to buy their lifestyle. So I had to ask myself a question. Whose opinions am I listening to? And am I prepared to buy their lifestyle? Do I want to live the way they're living? Do I want to become who they are? Do I share the same values as them? What do I see in them that attracts me to them? And I looked around and thought, nothing. So what on earth am I doing listening to them? What on earth am I doing listening to them? I just couldn't. To me, I just felt stupid listening to people who are not even trying to do the things I'm trying to accomplish. So that happened, and I remember, it took me about 2 weeks after that conversation before I had the guts to now approach my managing director and said, you know what, I'm actually going to quit and start my own business. And it sounds easy that I finally got to that point, but I'll tell you one thing. What gave me that courage to make that final decision was that finally I discovered, I guess I could call it a secret, which helped me to be able to step out and run my own business. And that was the power of self-belief. You see, when I give talks like this, people ask me, Shay, what do you mean self-belief? What is self-belief? What is it about? I said, well, it's very simple. Self-belief is self-confidence. That's what it is in plain language. It is self-confidence. But here's another thing I discovered. Self-belief, very, very, very important tool you need in order to create anything you want in life. Maybe it's a personal goal, family life, or whatever you want to achieve. You need self-belief. But I also discovered self-belief is not enough. You need more than that to get to the destination. Self-belief will get you started, but self-belief cannot guarantee you get into the destination. And I'll explain why. Initially, I had a self-belief, I believe I could succeed, I'm going to go for it, make it happen. But then when the obstacles come, what happens? You start asking yourself, can I really do it? Is it really possible? And eventually, as time goes by, you start to doubt yourself. you continue to start to doubt yourself. Because we all know one thing in life, there are two guarantees, and that's challenges and that you pay taxes. You know, so for me, starting my own business, some of the obstacles I had to go through made me doubt myself, question myself. Why am I doing this? Is this really possible? But the reason why I was able to push past those fears, past those obstacles, was because I developed the power of self-belief. So the next question in your mind is, what is the power of self-belief? You see, I've learned from my journey that the power of self-belief is nothing more than the ability to control your thinking. The moment you're in control of what your thought life tells you, you are officially being able to develop the power of self-belief. And that's the difference. Self-belief is great, gets you started, gets you motivated, push it forward. But when obstacles hit you, you start to doubt yourself. But when you're able to control your mind, your thinking, turn your negative thoughts into positive thoughts, and maintain that consistency, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how big the obstacles are, no matter how small those obstacles are, you will finally get there because you will focus on the positives, not the negatives. And that is the power of self-belief. You see, when you think of people like Richard Branson or Bill Gates, what comes to mind? Anybody? I can't hear you. Success. Any wealth, that's great. What else? Money, great. That is true. Say that? Confidence, that's a great one, yes. Richard Branson, Bill Gates, we all know they're confident, we all know they're wealthy, and we all know they're influential. That is true. That is very true. But one thing we sometimes forget is this. Before the wealth, before the money, before the fame, there had to be self-belief. Thank you very much. There had to be self-belief. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the world is full of loads of people with dreams and talents. But I'm here to tell you today, or to remind you today, what the world needs and what the world is shouting and screaming for are people with self-belief. Because everybody has dreams, everybody has hopes, everybody has ambition. But how many people are living their dreams? Not many. It's not because they don't want to. It's not because they feel they haven't got what it takes. It's just because they just haven't developed enough self-belief to make it happen. You see, another dream I had was to start to become a writer. I had it for several years now, but I just didn't know how to go about it. And the same old thing came back to me again, same old fears. You're crazy, it's not possible. Classic, you're black. How's that going to work? Who's going to buy a book? How are you going to get published? I thought, you know what, actually you got a point. I was talking to myself here. Thinking you got a point. You know, yes. How do I know who's going to buy my book? But then I remembered something.